Katakuri is Admiral level though. Like, I don't know how folks, Marco's Admiral level. How is Katakuri not Admiral level? And Katakuri has some of the best Kenbouchi hockey, if not the best Kenbouchi hockey from a combat standpoint wise. In a one-on-one fight, Katakuri hard pressed to beat. Like, only someone like potentially Dragon, right? Potentially Dragon, but someone like a Yonko could kick his ass, yeah, because they're Yonko. But I said before, Kizaru versus Katakuri, Kizaru's main thing is speed, but that speed is irrelevant against someone that already knows where you're gonna be a minute before you're actually there. Like, straight up. Listen, Marco was Admiral level. The Admirals themselves, because for some reason folks confuse us, I don't know why. The Admirals themselves are not all equally powerful, all right? There is a subcategory of level in Admirals. So if I were to say between Fujitora, Akainu, Kizaru, and Aokiji, who is the strongest among those four? Green Bull, no idea. But who is the strongest among those four? No, out of curiosity. In the chat right now, tell me who you think is the strongest among those four. Kizaru, Fujitora, Akainu, or Aokiji. Go. In chat right now. Go. Have at it. I'm seeing Akainu, I'm seeing Kizaru. I'm seeing some Fujitora. I'm seeing no Aokijis. I'm seeing 0 Aokijis right now, bro. That's crazy. It looks like most of the chat right now believes that Akainu is the strongest of all of the admirals. And I can see that because now he's Fleet Admiral. All right, so chat, you can stop now. So you guys are good. So, according to what I saw in chat for like a few seconds, number 1 will be Akainu. Number 2 is Kizaru. Number 3 is Fujitora. Number 4 is Aokiji. So if we take that Admiral ranking right now as it is, that means that within the Admirals, that ranking of itself, there's a pecking order. So there is the low-tier Admiral, Aokiji. Then there's the mid-tier Admirals, let's say Fujitora, who's mid-tier Admiral. And then let's say you have Kizaru, who is, let's say, high mid-tier Admiral. And then you have Akainu, who would be top-tier Admiral or high-tier Admiral. So the Admirals have their own subcategory of ranks as well. So what does that mean? That means that when you have someone like Marco, if you want to look at that list, Marco, you would say, is like, let's say, low-tier Admiral level. He's Admiral level because he can tango with Admirals. If you can tango with Admirals, then by default, you're an Admiral level character. Diamond Jozu did wound Aokiji. Fujitora, he was taking on Luffy for a few seconds, but Fujitora ultimately would overwhelm Luffy. Like, you don't get that sense of any, like, actual combat to where you can say, like, they can tango. Like, Luffy can attack Fujitora, and Fujitora can push him back, but it's not like an actual full-on fight. What we got with Marco and Kizaru was an actual full-on fight, to where Kizaru even admitted that Marco's kind of scary. What we got with Diamond Jozu and Aokiji was somewhat of a fight, even though it was mainly off screen, but people forget here for some reason that the only reason why Diamond Jozu lost his arm and the only reason why Marco was even caught in the first place was because Whitebeard got decimated. They all freaked out. And when they all freaked out, they turned around to see what was going on. Mainly Marco and Jozu. And then voila, they got intercepted by the Admiral. So Aokiji froze Jozu's arm and he couldn't defend in time. And then Marco had the handcuffs placed on him and then he got blasted by Kizaru. So if not for that, how would the fight pan out? Kizaru would still probably beat Marco. I don't doubt that. But it would be a much, much, much different fight if it was a one-on-one fight between Marco and Kizaru. It would have played out much differently. The same thing would have gone for Aokiji and Jozu. I would say Aokiji still wins that, but it would have been a much different fight. They can actually scrap. They have showcased abilities to where they can de facto scrap. They can actually go one-on-one with Admirals and be somewhat successful. Not win the fight, but be somewhat successful. And that puts them somewhere in the Admiral tier list. I wouldn't say that they're as strong as let's say, Akainu, because Akainu has that destructive power, relentlessness, durability, endurance, speed. He has almost all that shit and then some. The man is a goddamn Terminator. He just keeps on coming at you. He can't be bargained with. He can't be stopped. He just keeps on coming at you. He's kind of like Big Mom in a way. Like, that's Akainu. He just does not stop. Unless it's Whitebeard. Even then, he's still coming after you because he's a Kainen. So, when I say Katakuri can tangle with Kizaru, and in all honesty, the only reason why I said he can beat Kizaru is because Katakuri has that advantage of, in a one-on-one fight, he has the advantage of knowing what you're going to do before you actually do it. And that is a broken ability. From Kenboshin Haki standards alone, I don't know what Kizaru is rocking now in current day story. In current day story, Kizaru could have like armored Haki, black light beams. I have no idea. No idea. Maybe Kizaru's Kenboshin Haki is of the same tier as Katakuri's Kenboshin Haki. Maybe. Again, I have no idea. But if we look at the Kizaru of old, his main forte was what? Speed. Speed equals weight. The man becomes photons. He travels at the speed of light. And he decimates. And someone like Rayleigh was able to counter someone like Kizaru because of his Kenboshin Haki ability alone. He knew where Kizaru was going to be before Kizaru got there. As a result, he was able to cut him off and fight him toe-to-toe, blow for blow, despite his old age. It's not actually like in a manga or in the anime, but it was in the One Piece 3D2Y special. Not canon, but it is exactly what I'm talking about. Where Rayleigh says to Luffy, the reason why I can perceive Kizaru's speed light movement is because of my Kenboshin Haki. He says that to Luffy in the 3D2Y special. So if Rayleigh is able to tangle with Kizaru mainly because of his Kenboshin Haki, someone who is better in that form of Haki, because Rayleigh did not show the ability to de facto know the future, to know what someone's going to say in the future. If Rayleigh can do that with his Kenboshin Haki, Katakuri, yeah, dude. Katakuri's abilities, his Kenboshin Haki ability alone is devastating in the one-on-one fight. So that's why I say, when you take away Kizaru's speed, he has destructive power. He does. Strength as well. From, I would say, mainly his speed. Because he has force, and force is mass times acceleration. He's more so acceleration. Because his body is photons when he becomes light. But the fact of the matter is that Katakuri is a very unique paramecia as well, where he's a paramecia that has Logia attributes, but also from his mochi power to where when he kicks you with arm Haki coding, he stopped Luffy dead in his tracks. Dead in his tracks, he stopped Luffy. But in the movie, he was stuck, and he needed water to get him out. Like, the man's broken. So, I'm gonna say that Katakuri can beat Kizaru, because ultimately speaking, what Kizaru's forte is, Katakuri can negate that in two ways, not just one, two ways. From his base mochi ability as it is, and then on top of being able to see the de facto future. Now, if it was, let's say, Katakuri against Fujitora, that may be different, because Fujitora, we've seen him levitate the entirety of, like, what? All the debris in Dressrosa, and just have that hovering around? Like, dog. So Fujitora against Katakuri is going to be different. Ultimately speaking, yeah, I would say, I am confident when I say Katakuri wins that fight against Kizaru. I mean, anyone that's speed-oriented, unless they have Kenboshin Haki that can directly counter the Kenboshin Haki of Katakuri, then he's going to win out that match. So even though NL is slower than Kizaru, because NL has his own degree of amazing Kenboshin Haki, more so his is like sensing. Like, he can perceive what's around him, as opposed to seeing to the future. But he may be able to deal with Katakuri better than someone like Kizaru, who, as far as we know, is just pure Logia. Armored Haki's lacking, but he does have some. And Kenboshin Haki, no idea. So, but that's what we know right now. right? But yeah, I'm leaning more towards Katakuri. Definitely between him and Kizaru, definitely Katakuri.